Okay, this is part two to my hook anchor setup. I'm going to just do the anchor portion right now, and then my part three will be the anchor pulley, uh, the anchor trolley system that I'm putting on the kayak. But first, got to set up the anchor, and the anchor, like I said in my previous video, was it's a 3-pound grappling anchor kit from Yak Gear. This is the package that it comes in. It's got your 3-pound anchor. It's got 30-foot line of rope. It's got 2 cable ties, which you're only going to need one, but it comes one with a spare. It's got 2 hog clamps. You can see those, pretty simple. And it's got a little heat wrap. And you'll need a lighter, and you'll need a set of pliers. Pretty simple. Because I'm working in a shallow lake. My local lake here is no more than right now at its low level. It's about no more than 6 foot deep in its deepest spots. So I don't need much rope. So 15 foot of rope will do me fine for when I'm local here. If I ever get somewhere else where it's going to be a little where I need a little more rope, what I've done, and you can also find these in the instructions that comes with the anchor kit. You could cut the rope in half, which is what I did. I cut off 15 foot of it, and I tied a loop on one end like that, and then I just wrapped it up so that I could take it with me. And what that allows you to do is, if you need more rope, you just take this and you slide it through your loop on your other piece of rope that's going to have your anchor on it, and run it back through this loop here, pull tight, and you're set. You've got another extra 15 foot of line. So this is easy. You can take it with you. All right. Now to set up the anchor itself to the rope, I have rope right here. Not too difficult. You're going to run it through the end, like so. I'm going to take your. Oh, actually, first thing you need to do before we start, take this heat wrap, slide it down a little bit, stay out of the way for a few seconds on your rope, and then slide your rope through. And then you're going to take your hog ties, hog clamps. Here we go. You're going to run it through both sides of the rope, like so. And then clamp it down. With your pliers. It's a little tricky, but not too bad. You can use a wire set of pliers. These are the ones I just had handy right now. I can't find my other ones, so these will have to work. Get them to where it sits down on top of secures the line. And do the other side. Like so. All right. One more crimp should do it. Go, that one's on. You can take your other one and do the same thing. A little tricky with these vice grip pliers. Wish I'd taken the time and found my other ones. But it'll get it done. There we go. Just to make sure, I'm going to run it across one more time on both of them. Make sure they're securely on top of it. Kind of crimping the rope a little bit. There we go. And do the same thing with the other one. There we go. Perfect. All right, now that both of these they've got the rope secure, you slide your heat wrap over top of your hog clamps. Go, we're almost there. All right, and once you've got it sitting fairly centered over top of both of those hall clamps, you're gonna heat the heat wrap. And that should mix well with the rope and put a pretty good seal on it so that you don't have to worry about it coming off or coming apart. And there we go. All right, that part's done. Now what you have is you got a good secure rope attached to your anchor. Now the reason why this next part's important, especially in any like rocky type lakes or anything where your anchor could get caught up, especially these 3 prongs or these 4-prong anchors like this, these grab hooks, is that if it does happen to get snagged, then doing what I'm about to do next is going to will give you a second angle to come at it with to undo its snag, undo it from the ground. So what you're going to do is you're going to run the rope up the side of the anchor, like so, out to this hole right here on the top of the anchor. You can see that. Do not put the rope through the hole, but instead you're going to take the little wire clamp, run it through the hole and through the rope, around the rope, and then pull it tight. And what that does is, if this thing does get caught up, the rope will, after a few tugs on it, the rope will bust this hose clamp off, and it'll pull back at a different angle for your clamp to unhook it from whatever it's snagged on. So it's kind of a secondary secondary way of getting your hook undone. First thing I want to do is make sure this thing opens up. Okay, it does. So I'm not impeding it. Now when I pull this tight, I'm going to just cut off the excess part of the hose clamp. And there we go. So now what you have is you got your anchor looking like such, and your anchor is ready to go. Now on the other end of this, just to show you real quick, the other end of the rope, I did not need to use a cleat. This what I did not know is the Feel Free does have a little cleat on the side here, and I'm going to try to show that to you. If you can see this right here, what I'm pointing at. And what I did was I took a loop, tied it to the end of the rope, and that sits on that cleat like so. So I'm all ready for my anchor trolley system. Like I said, that's a quick process. You just got to set up your anchor first, and then I'll be disconnecting the rope from the kayak, and then running it through that anchor trolley bracket once I get the anchor trolley installed. And that'll be part 3 of the video. So that's about it for this one. I hope you got something out of it. Like I said, the instructions are in there, but hopefully this video will help you and get you out on the water and get you anchored up on your kayak. So have a good night. Have a good Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then, and I'll try to put out the video on the installation probably tomorrow or the following day, depending on when I can get to it. So this is Kicking a Bass, and I'll see you out on the water.